In elections past, it was Youth League chants heard at almost every rally. Now they're all but absent. The recent decline of such a powerful mobilisation tool a hindrance as campaigning begins. But it's not at the top of the list of recent problems facing the ruling party. Indeed, high-ranking officials have been out across Mpumalanga province all week, mostly bigging up the party's past.
Many people are attempting to make us shy about talking about ourselves. Their intention is to erase the memory of the immeasurable contribution that you made in order to ensure that we have freedom in our country today.
That past will undoubtedly play a role on this reflective electorate just months after the passing of the country's proudest son. Likely to the ANC's advantage, given Nelson Mandela's lifelong association with its colours. But the main face on campaign posters still its current president, scandal hit and far from popular. And although internally Jacob Zuma is still strong, his party's policies still irk some of his allies. Unions in particular uncomfortable with plans to stimulate economic growth. One has already broken ranks. For that reason, say analysts, Saturday's manifesto launch may, quite intentionally, be lacking on details.
So I think there are too many divisions that will be emphasised if they use the narrative of the National Development Plan. So they'll be generally vague. They will say that they will renegotiate some of the aspects of the National Development Plan, and some aspects they will immediately start to implement now. Some will have to be considered. All these things are an effort not to commit them to something very specifically. And part of the problem is that if you do that, you emphasize the divisions within your ranks. And the second thing is you make big promises. And as it is now, big promises has a little bit been stigmatized because the ANC has made such big promises, which was very difficult to put those plans into action.
The revolution is starting today.
And there'll be more challenges than ever. Amongst them an ex-colleague, Julius Malema, offering radical solutions of his own. That may sap yet more support, though the outcome remains all but certain. It does look as though this is going to be the toughest election yet for the ANC, and its early strategy seems to be heading for its heartland and consolidating, vying for voters who wouldn't necessarily dream of voting for somebody else, but instead might decide not to turn up at all. Henderson, CCTV in South Africa's Mpumalanga province.